welcome to my hotel room. It is neither my studio nor my backyard, but I'm still here for barbecue. I am attending SCHEELS University, and it's my first time at this event. I get to coach some SCHEELS University associates without my hands ever touching the food on how to cook a beautiful brisket. And not only are they gonna cook a beautiful brisket, but we have to put our brisket up against some of the top competitive cooks in the entire country. Am I nervous? Yes, very, very nervous. Is it cold here? Incredibly cold here. Why is it so cold here in North Dakota? But we're gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna bring you with me. So let's see if a Hey Grill, Hey Backyard style brisket can show up against these top caliber cooks. And if we can teach some people a thing or two about cooking really delicious brisket. Let's do it. Let's talk about the setup for SCHEELS University. First things first is this ginormous room in the event space. On one side of the black curtain, it's loaded with tables, and each of the tables is for one of the teams that are competing. On the other side of the black curtain are all of the SCHEELS associates waiting to be paired up with their pitmaster who's going to be leading the team to victory today. I am at the university with Camp Chef, so I've got all the Camp Chef gear, knives, tables. We all put on the matching Camp Chef hats, and we're gonna be cooking our briskets on a Camp Chef Woodwind Pro. The first thing we have to do is plan our cook for the day and start trimming out our briskets. Now we have two briskets that we're working with. One of them is a brisket of unknown grading. They look like choice briskets, and the other one is a prime grade brisket. We have to do two things with the briskets that we are given. First thing we have to do is prep a brisket for the blind turn-in box. This is going to the judges. It's gonna be critiqued on flavor and tenderness and presentation, all of those classic barbecue things. The other brisket is getting used for a People's Choice turn-in, where we get to make a bunch of tiny little sample bites for all the other SCHEELS associates to try and vote on at the end of the competition. We only have about 4.5 to 5 hours to cook our briskets because a blizzard is literally blowing into Fargo at this very exact moment, and the snow is getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and our timeline is getting cut shorter and shorter and shorter because we're moving the judging from the event space to the hotel. So we actually have to be out of the event space by 2 p.m. Because we have to cook hot and fast, we're trimming our whole briskets down very aggressively. Now, if you've ever seen my backyard Texas style brisket, I do trim, but not like this. We are separating the point from the flat completely and taking away almost all of the fat. Now, my team, Team 11, they are the best. They have never trimmed a brisket or smoked a brisket before. This is their very first time, so they're getting their hands dirty and seeing a real look at what these two muscles look like overlapping, how to really trim a brisket down super tight, and I think everybody's enjoying themselves. Once the briskets are trimmed, we've got to get them out on the smoker and get that heat on them quickly to really kickstart that cooking process. I'm running my smokers at 275 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna let them go for about 3 hours and then foil wrap them. So we just wrapped briskets, poured tallow on, candied jalapenos are smoking. We are in the thick of it. And these guys are killing it. You can see the smoke in the building. This is a good day. Cold, smoky, good day. In addition to the briskets that we've got going on the smoker, I saved our fat, and I'm gonna add that to a pan. Our brisket fat is going to be cooking alongside our brisket, so we're gonna get some rendered smoked tallow. We've removed all the fat during the trimming process, so we wanna be able to add that back in later. We're also prepping some stuff for our People's Choice. We're making some pickled red onions and some candied jalapenos. Both of these recipes are on my website. I showed them to my team. Those are going on the smoker. Oh, and did I mention one thing? I think I forgot to mention something. I am not allowed to touch the briskets or the sides or anything. As long as my team is available and ready to do it, they stepped in and are doing every step of this brisket prep for our final turn-ins. Remember how I said Team 11's amazing? These guys are killing it. All the prep work is happening inside the main event space, but all of the smoking is happening in a covered pavilion many, many yards away. So for all of the actual hands-on smoking, checking temperature, refilling that Woodwind Pro with wood chunks to get that really heavy smoke flavor, there is a lot of back and forth, which means a lot of walking in blizzards and a lot of really fun golf cart rides between the two spaces as well. The blizzard made it. Brisket is finished. We cooked it hot and fast, but it feels very, very good. Brisket is cooked, resting in the coolers. They have a team that's gonna grab all of the coolers, bring them back to the hotel where we're going to be doing turn-ins. I got my pot of candied jalapenos that's going with me in the car. This is a fun, blizzardy barbecue on the move adventure. Now, these briskets are reading higher than the 203 degrees that I would normally look for in a backyard brisket. However, because we cooked them at such a high temperature and so quickly, they actually needed to go up to about 210 before I was really feeling the tenderness that I was looking for. Luckily, we have a lot of time before judging, almost 4 hours, so our brisket is going to get a lot of time to rest in a cooler before it's time to slice and box up our turn-ins. While we're waiting for turn-in time, I have a really unique opportunity to talk to all of the SCHEELS associates that are at the SCHEELS University event. I line up all of my rubs and all my sauces in the ham kit box. Right now, we're in about half of the SCHEELS stores, but my goal in going to this event and getting to talk to SCHEELS people face to face is that our products will be in all of the SCHEELS stores by the end of this year. So if you have a SCHEELS near you, keep an eye out, because if you don't have them already, Hey Grill Hey products should be hitting the shelves very, very soon. After a long couple of hours of giving these presentations to all the SCHEELS associates, talking to them about what we are at Hey Grill Hey and why we do what we do and how to use the products and how to teach people about the products, it was time to get Team 11 back together for our box assembly. We pulled out all 4 pieces of brisket and we tested every single one of them, the flat on each, the burn end chunks on the point of each, and we decided which one was going to be the one for our turn-in. Surprisingly enough, one of our briskets that we liked the flat on came from the Choice brisket. It was actually really tender and moist and delicious and incredibly flavorful, and the prime point ended up being our little burnt end turn-ins in our box. Once we seal the lid, we send it off to the judges, and then it's immediately turned over to the People's Choice prep time. Now, if you remember, we did those beautiful candied jalapenos and pickled red onions. We're making a chopped brisket slider. So all of the brisket that we have left is getting chopped into tiny pieces, mixed with all of the yummy juiciness that those briskets cooked with, plus a little bit more of my Texas style barbecue sauce for a little bit of sweetness, some of that extra acidity. We're piling those onto beautiful sweet rolls, topping them with those candied jalapenos, the pickled red onions, a little drizzle of my zesty gold sauce, and a little bit more of that Texas sauce to bring it all together. One of our Team 11 teammates took all of our sliders and assembled them into a beautiful slider pyramid. And then it was time to test. All of the associates get to come by our table, try some of our sliders, and at that point, it's my job. I gotta sell these sliders and make sure every single one of them gets sampled. At the end of the day, I only had 1 slider left, and you better believe that's what I ate for dinner. We just wrapped People's Choice judging. I'm a hot mess. I think I've been up for 16 hours at this point. We served, I believe, over 85 sliders. And I had a lot of people come back and say that they really liked them. I'm really happy with our brisket turn-in, so now it's a waiting game to see how everything plays out and stacked up with the judges. But good feedback so far, super fun working with the team. Now it's all in the judges' hands. Scores are in. We actually took 5th place in People's Choice with our sliders.
I don't exactly know where we placed for brisket, but it wasn't top 5. But they put out everybody's extras from the judging table on the table outside, and I looked in the boxes, and our box was empty. So I feel like that was a really good sign, even if the judges maybe didn't call us for brisket today. I feel like it was a pretty good day. Also,
And you got fit.
and we got fit. I'll take a number 5 call in People's Choice all day, because honestly, that's who we're cooking for. Backyard people, backyard families, and a lot of these SCHEELS associates haven't ever cooked a brisket before. So, oh my gosh. Plus this. This is the best part of all of it. The people, all day.
I hope you enjoyed a little look behind the scenes from my trip to Fargo for SCHEELS University. Hopefully I get to go out and participate in the event next year. It was so much fun. Now, you can't always walk away with first place and everything, but I feel like that was a really respectable showing out of a stacked field of over 20 competitive teams. I know that Team 11 really is the best, and I think they all learned a little bit more about barbecue, hopefully feel a little bit more confident, not just cooking barbecue at home, but talking to customers in their stores about how to make better barbecue in their own backyards. And really, that's what it's all about here at Hey Grill Hey, helping people make better barbecue so they can feed the people they love and become a backyard barbecue hero. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I know it's a little bit different than what we've typically done in the past, but I want to bring you with me on this journey. You know, Hey Grill Hey started as a food blog really, where I just wanted to share recipes. Now we have a line of products, and we're seeing some massive influence and change in the barbecue and grilling world altogether, and I want to bring you with me on the journey. So thanks for being here this far. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, I hope you love this style of video. We've got a lot more fun things to come. We'll catch you next time.